Hey guys, Underground Geek here. And as I drive to the gym this morning, I gotta discuss something here. As long as you go against the narrative of the comic book industry, people will always try to draw you into arguments. And what happens a lot of times, you end up arguing about something that you don't even care about or think about. And you end up being on the side that you really aren't even a part of because they draw you into those kind of arguments. And here lately I've been drawn into the Cap is not a Nazi argument, okay? And I found myself arguing, and I was just thinking in the middle of the argument, this is not even what I think. How did this even become an argument? And what happens is they don't understand why we call Captain America Nazi Cap, okay? And they think, oh, well, he's not a Nazi, he's a fascist, you don't know. And they start bombarding you with a bunch of Google, Wikipedia definitions and things like that. And then when you try to defend yourself, it's all a losing argument, because I don't think that Captain America is a Nazi, okay? I don't think he's a Nazi. The reason that we call him Nazi Cap is because he's not our Captain America. He's not our real Captain America. This is a fake Captain America that Nick Spencer has created to pretty much kill the character. I mean, they take characters they don't understand, characters that they never made, and they ruin them. And the sales are telling you that it's not working. But then you get drawn into these arguments where, you don't even believe what you're arguing because they can't understand what where you're trying to come from. And then you start getting bombarded with everything, and they're just like, oh, they're fascists, they're not Nazis, blah, blah. Hydra was prior to Nazism. Yes, I know that. I know that they were prior to Nazism. I'm not even trying to argue with you, but when you argue with me at 12 o'clock at night and 5 o'clock in the morning, don't be surprised if you draw me into argument on something I don't even believe. I'm sorry. I do make mistakes, okay? But this is what I believe. I don't believe Captain America is a Nazi, and the reason, like I said, that we call him Nazi Captain America is because he's not our Captain America. It's a poke fun at Nick Spencer because he is not our Captain America. This is not the real Captain America. This should have never been in continuity. It doesn't work. Nobody likes it. You've taken away the one symbol of freedom and you've destroyed it because you hate America. Okay, that's pretty much all it comes down to. Nick Spencer hates America. Okay, and this has become pretty evident in his writings, and it's went on and on and on. He's just a miserable person. And when they start bringing in people like Nick Spencer and Tom Brevoort, that's time to leave the conversation, because Tom Brevoort is the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen in my life. If you ever try to discuss anything with him, he automatically blocks you with bot bots on Twitter. Nick Spencer is pretty much the same way. And Bendis is going to be right behind you. And when people start arguing, things that kind of lets you know that they're not in the know about what you're really talking about. And especially when they start showing you newspaper articles that involve Antifa, you immediately know it's time to leave the conversation when they're trying to talk about the alt-right. Okay, I'm not alt-right, okay? So don't be trying to call me alt-right. Even the alt-right isn't the alt-right. The alt-right has changed over the last couple of years. I wouldn't say that I am right-wing. I would say that I am for a free America, is what I am. I'm for capitalism. I think it works. I'm for a free America. I might even say that I might be a libertarian. I'm not sure. I like government, but I don't like huge government, and I don't like too small of a government. There needs to be that happy medium of the government to where they can keep up with things. Now, when they get involved in small things, that's where you have a problem. They don't need to be involved in everyday life. That needs to be handled by state governments and then smaller governments than that. And that's just my opinion, okay? And nobody thinks that Captain America is Nazi Captain America. Now, do they dress him like a Nazi? Yes, they do. Does he kind of act like a Nazi? Yes. Does he look like the ideal Nazi? Yes. He looks just like an Aryan now, because you've got him, blonde-haired white guy in a Nazi outfit running Hydra. Okay, so you can kind of tell that that's what they were going for. And it's convenient that whenever anybody brings it up, oh, he's not a Nazi, he's not a Nazi, you know, Bendis and Experience, he's not a Nazi. Well, you dressed him up like one, so don't be surprised if somebody gets confused. But Hydra worked with the Nazis, okay, and that's where everybody knows them from. They were part of the Nazi group, and when the Nazis fell, they kept going, okay? Now, did they become prior to Nazism? Yes, they did. But if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, okay, there you go. But here's the thing, they will always try to draw you into arguments and try to make you slip up on things that you don't actually even believe about. And then they'll try to throw in the little, what gets me is that when they try to spite you and they send you an article, they always send you the emoji with the little guy with the sunglasses. Like, oh, they told you. That's when you know they think they won, when they send you the little emoji with the guy with the sunglasses. But anyway, that's my information on the argument. That's the way I think about Nazi Cap, and I'm going to continue to call him Nazi Cap until they bring back the real Captain America. And I mean, I guess you'll just have to get over it. But anyway, that's my opinion. All right, guys, I'm out.